Hi, I'm Marc Allen from Roland. The rise in popularity of what have come to be known as hybrid events has brought a real change to the face of live event production, with remote attendees and presenters now commonplace. Although mostly born out of necessity, hybrid events have become cemented as a permanent option, even as traditional live events return to normal. The AV switcher you choose to be at the heart of your technical setup is of course critical, and Roland have a number of models that are undeniably ideal for hybrid events. In this video, I wanted to highlight 4 models with features in common that lend themselves to these events. And these are the V8 HD, the V60 HD, VR50 HD Mark II, and the V600 UHD. After looking at the features they all have in common, I'll point out a couple of highlights specific to each model that might help decide which one's right for you. Firstly, the switcher should have freely assignable outputs that allow you to send at least 2 or even 3 different program outs. The stream program will almost certainly be different in composition to what's displayed locally, because it's more like a TV broadcast, needing multiple camera angles, compositing and titling. These are essential to maintaining the impact and interest for a remote attendee or viewer. Having set up separate outputs, it's then ideal if you can freely switch sources for each of these streams with a dedicated hardware button. And this is a key feature in all the switches I have here. The streamed audio mix would also ideally be slightly different to what's sent to the front of house PA. All these mixes have very high quality audio inputs and extensive audio parameters like filters, EQ, compressors, gates, etc. They get just the right sound for the broadcast or recording. And Roland's long-held reputation for build quality is something that we're particularly proud of. The sturdy metal chassis, high-quality circuit boards, soldering and carefully mounted inputs and outputs are purpose-built to be repeatedly set up, connected, packed down and moved around. The major outcome, of course, is they're reliable, and that is utterly essential for a live event where there are no second chances. For a detailed look at any of these switches, please jump onto our website or YouTube and check them out. But right now, I thought I'd point out a couple of features that are specific to each model. To start with, we need to mention the UVC01. This is the device that will take the HDMI output from any of these switches and convert it to USB 3, ready for streaming. It's also uniquely compatible with our Roland Live Record software, which allows you to record uncompressed at full HD while streaming to your chosen platform. That software is also compatible with our whole VR range as well. Featuring the highest input count, the V8 HD has 8 HDMI inputs, scalers, built-in preview screen and remote software, which is great for editing or having dual operators during a more complex event. The V60 HD has 6 inputs, with 4 of those being SDI format, and these are ideal for long camera runs. It also has excellent remote software and built-in control for remote cameras, which is a great space saver as well. The VR50 HD Mark II was literally built from the ground up for live streaming and has a USB 3 output built in. A multitude of different input formats, plus very high quality audio inputs and processing are a standout. Physical faders, remote camera control and a large built-in screen have made this model a real favourite with professionals. And finally, the V600 UHD. It's a flagship of our switcher range and can be considered a true hybrid in a couple of ways. Its super scalers accept and output 4K sources, but will simultaneously integrate HD sources in multiple formats or resolutions. Naturally, it can output separate programs, but it can also have one output set to a resolution that suits your connection speed for streaming. Its remote camera control is also very advanced and can take full advantage of 4K cameras by using the ROI or region of interest feature to create multiple shots from a single 4K feed, even if you're streaming in HD. There is of course so much more to talk about with all of these switches, and I'd encourage you again to take the time and have a look at the individual videos we have online for them. Our website is proav.roland.com. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.